Okay guys, in order to help with everyday male life, we've created a bunch of products here at 1STMAN. The first one is the testosterone friendly body wash in a glass bottle and with testosterone friendly ingredients. The second one is the men's lifestyle supplement containing every single ingredient that a man would need on a daily basis. Next up, we have our natural diuretic supplement, which is used to get rid of like water and waste around the body and in the face, etc. to make you a little bit more defined, which is what the product is called. Now this is going out of stock very, very soon. We're currently having a sell-off because it's a seasonal product. Replacing this will be a testosterone dedicated product using 4 ingredients that have been proven via studies. We've also got the Male Advantage book that I've written. We've got that in 3 formats. So we've got the paperback, as you just saw, and we've got that in ebook and audiobook format, which are variable prices. We've also got our Better Looking Man course, all the things that you can do to change the way you look, your body, your face, etc. Touching on body, we've got our Fitness and Diet Plan ebook. And finally, guys, we've got our body language course, which breaks down everything you need to know about body language in terms of business, in terms of attracting women, being the most confident guy in a group. And at the end of the video, I break down my own body language in 2 separate scenarios so that you can see what's good and what's bad and how it changes the same individual. Now back to the video you came here to watch, guys. I am 30 years old and my dad died at 59. I just wanted to open this one with a little statement. I thought it would be a little bit more different. You know, I think it would hit harder. That doesn't mean I'm sat there thinking I'm going to die at 59. Okay, I believe his dad died of the same thing at like 47. So like technology and life improves and whatever. And I truly believe a lot of that is environmental because they lived a very similar life, ate the same foods. You know, we're creatures of habit. You see somebody do something, you're going to, you know, emulate that in your own life. You're going to adopt some of those habits in your own life. Hence why, you know, are there some genetics to it? Yeah, but I think environmental is a massive factor. Why are certain regions of the world, you know, suffering from certain things more than other people? It's habits, it's culture, it's lifestyle. Okay, a lot of it's environmental. So I'm not sitting here for a second believing that I'm going to die at 59, and I'm not planning for that. There's also a second caveat. Okay, so some would say, oh, you're halfway through your life if that was the case. Not really, okay? I've told you guys this before. I've told you guys that up to about the age of 18, there's nothing you can really do, okay? Like, yeah, you're conscious at like 16, you know what you're doing, you've got some good times, you make some good memories, but they're just like house parties, doing drugs, waking up on, you know, an old mattress and stuff. It's not ideal, is it? It's not great. It's not how I want to be living. It wasn't until I was like 18 where I could really go out and go and do what I wanted to do. I could put on a nice suit, go to a club, you know, not a suit in the club, but like a bar or something like that, and live more of the life that I was trying to chase. Or, you know, start a proper business because now you've got a decent job and you can pay for stuff, okay? So when you look at it, I've only had 12 years. So worst case scenario, which I don't think will happen, instead of me saying, oh, there's only like 29, 30 years, like basically 30 years left. No, it wouldn't really be, you know, you can't think of it like that. I've only had 12 years of my life so far, okay, in my opinion, like real years. So it would be like that times 2.5. So you'd get all those years again, you get to live them twice and then a half, nearly 3 times. See, in that context, you're like, okay, it's a lot longer than it seems. You know, it's not just you're halfway through and then, because the first couple years were just wasted. They're necessary, but they're wasted. You can't do anything with them. So that changes it a little bit. And I don't expect to die at that age anyway. That's what I'm saying, okay? But that changes it a little bit to not put you guys in massive fear there. All right? However, fucking interesting though, right, guys? Fucking interesting. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately. And I always knew this would be the case. I always knew that I was going to work on my business, give everything, keep grinding and whatnot, and keep pushing. But you do reach a point where you're like, hey, life is pretty short. Okay? And you know, like there's people out there, there'll be 2 different things. People will put stuff off. I'll do that next year. I'll do that next week. I'll do that next month. And then there's the other side of the coin where you're doing too much. You're doing stuff all the time. And you're like, I will stop at a certain point. When I get to this stage, I'll stop, I'll start taking care of myself, I'll blah, 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 whatever. We've all heard it. Workaholics, we just keep going. Both scenarios are fucking dangerous, aren't they? Because you think about that. What I don't want to be, is what I've been thinking lately, is the guy who works all of his life, gets to 50 and has a heart attack. I've always thought that. Like, you don't want to be the guy who's so stressed, who works so hard, and then has a heart attack at 50 and goes, fuck, I never really even lived. I didn't do all the nice little things that other people do. Like, oh, it's a Friday. I've got that Friday feeling. I'm going to go out for a nice meal and have, some drinks with friends. Something as simple as that. It's not really something that you do when you're like an ambitious entrepreneur. You just don't really do those sort of things. And it's like, you just don't book tiny little holidays where people just go, hey, we're 3 days down in a caravan. Not really my thing, but you just don't do tiny little features that other people do. And you miss out on so much, which is fine if at some point you go, right, now I've got the money, I'm going to enjoy it. But a lot of people just keep going. And that thought has hit me lately. I'm a 30-year-old man and my dad died at 59. Like I said, there's caveats to it, but it is interesting. It is interesting. It's like, you're always saying, I will enjoy myself soon. I will stop doing this soon. But it's like, when, and when is it too late? When are you going to do this? Very interesting food for thought for you guys out there. But more important for you guys, because I imagine a lot of you are younger than me, life does move quick. It moves very, very quick, and it gets away from you even quicker. So for you guys to be sat there and you're saying, hey, and like I've said to you guys before, there's a rule of 3. Never try and do more than 3 things at once. Never try and, take on too much. Your task list shouldn't be fucking 2 pages long. It'll mess you up, okay, guys? It really doesn't work. It'll mess you up. But at the same time, there's a lot of you out there that won't do anything new. You're doing the same 3 things for 20 years, 10 years, whatever, like 5 years. And you should have evolved them. You should have pushed yourself. You should have done more. You should have challenged yourself at some point. You keep saying, I want to learn a language, but are you actually doing it? Like, I've finally hired a language teacher to come to the house. I've finally hired a boxing coach. And I'm probably going to hire, like, a sprinting coach at some point. But I'm doing all these things now. I'm putting them in place. And I've talked about them for years. And what hit me is, like, I could have been doing this a long time ago. It's not even expensive. Those guys that are like, I'm going to get in shape at some point. Next year's going to be the year. I can't do it yet, but I remember when I just went, fuck it, now's the time. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to commit fully. And it's not so much, oh, you're training hard. It's just like consistency, tracking your calories, just doing the basics day in, day out and going, right, I'm actually going to do this year. And when I did it, I was like, fuck, that was so easy. I could have done that years ago. And I wish I did do it years ago because my life is so much better now. I want to press that onto you guys. The statement of, I'm a 30-year-old man, my dad died at 59. I just want you guys to think about that. I don't want you guys to get to a certain age and you're saying, oh, I'll do it soon. I will get in shape. I will. But you're like 39 years old. And it's like, yeah, getting in shape now is going to help your life. Of course it is. But you've just missed out on the best years of being in shape. Like, as a man, being in shape from like 25 to like 40 is a weapon. It's just a fucking weapon. You just have such a great life with that body. And it's like, why would you not put that in place? Why would you not do that at some point? It gets harder and harder once you get past a certain age. You want to learn languages. They soak in better when you're younger. It's easier to learn when you're younger. And you've traveled to all these places and you've not known the language for like 15 years. You could have known it. You could have had a better experience. You don't know what could have happened. And I've been doing that a lot more lately. And it's easier for me because I've got the money and the time. But I just want to let you guys know that my life has got significantly better from saying yes and fuck it, yeah, I'll do it. Since I've started doing that, my life has improved massively. That doesn't mean I've still got discipline. So somebody says, do you want to come out and have a few beers? I'm like, no, I'd rather be in the gym tomorrow morning. But I'm doing it for all good things. So like having a boxing coach, having a language teacher, pushing yourself and asking people in the gym. Somebody who's stretching. Some guy was stretching today and he was like a contortionist. And I was like, buddy, just give me some advice. How'd you do that? Just going up and talking to people that you just want, you're interested. You're like, what's that? Like, who is that? I'm just going to go up and talk to that person. You know, just trying things out, testing, always trying to do something new. Your life improves massively. And then once you do it, like I said, you'll be in the scenario that I'm in where you sit there and you go, I could have done this so long ago. And if I did, I would have been fluent in Spanish by now. I probably would have been on to French or Italian. I would have been doing the next one. And it's just, you just sit there and go, what the fuck have I done? Why have I done that? That's so stupid. Yeah, but that's my message to you guys. That's my message to you guys, because yeah, life is long and short, depending on which way you're looking at it. It's weird. It's a weird thing to say. You know, it's short in some senses, it's long in others, and the main point you need to take away from this is, yeah, do things when it's the right time. But sometimes you have to force it forward. Sometimes the right time will just never spring up. It's never obvious. It will never tap you on the shoulder and go, I'm ready. Let's go. Go and do it. Yeah, go and talk to it. It's just you go and do it even though you weren't ready, and then you got the best possible result, and you're like, fucking hell, I didn't think that would happen. What a turn up for the books. Great example of this. My friend was not qualified to pass his driving test. Not qualified at all. And it is probably a little bit dangerous, but he said to all of us he was going to take his driving test, and we were like, mate, you mad? You've only been driving like 2 months. The rest of us have been doing 6 months. You're not ready. You're never going to pass. And he was like, yeah, my teacher said that too, my driving instructor. He was like, but I'm going to do it anyway because I just want to see. He was like, it'd be a good the fucker passed. So he's like, well, I've got my car now. I'm off. He's driving around. Now, I think he only had one accident. Like, it was a minor one as well. It's very, very small. But, you know, he proved that he just went and did it. And the rest of us were like, well, we've been told by instructors we're not ready yet, which was probably the better advice. But you just don't know if you don't go and do it. You don't know. You don't know what it will bring to your life. You could go and learn French tomorrow, take a trip to France and meet the love of your life. It all starts, guys, just going, fuck it, let's do it. Let's give that a try. Yeah, I'll test it. Why? Like, I've wanted to do that for years. I've said I've wanted to do it. Why have I not gone and done it? Okay, well, let's go and fix that problem. You've got to have an element of that, because for me to sit here today and say I'm a 30-year-old man, my dad died at 59, is a little bit like, hey, let's get some shit going here. Let's get some shit going. You know, I've often said this to you guys, that I think signs of mortality make you work harder. So that you've got the pretty boy with a full head of hair, he's enjoying his life. Why would he want to work hard? He's got everything he ever wanted. He's got options with women. He's enjoying his life. Life's great. Thinks he's going to live forever. I lost my hair young and went, fuck, I'm getting old. I need to sort my shit out. I need to become successful. I need to start thinking like a grown man, because that pretty boy little image is gone. So it was almost like the awareness of mortality, looking in that mirror and going, oh shit, I can see myself getting older, which means one day I'm going to die, forced me to go and do more. Seeing my best friend die at 18 made me realize people don't live forever. Let's go and do some shit. And they force you. I want to emit that message over to you guys so you understand that, hey, look, you might be 18, but you will blink and you will be 30. And people have died, you know, in masses. Like in this generation, I'm not talking about back in the day, whatever, but in this generation, people have died in masses in their 30s and 40s from stuff like heart attacks, driving accidents, swimming out to sea and just getting caught up and whatever. Like, shit happens to people. But more so like health. Like, people develop major, like, terminal illnesses in their 30s and 40s. Statistically, it probably won't happen. Okay, statistically, it probably won't. But it's just, I need you guys to be 18 years old and know that you're going to die one day. And I know that sounds sad, but I need you to know that it's not going to last forever. Because I see this in all young people. They're 18, they think everybody else is old, and you know, I'm not going to be like that when I'm older, and all this shit. And there's youthful arrogance, which is good in a sense. You know, we've all had it. You've got to have your stage in your life. But there's like a level of youthful arrogance where you just think life's not going to catch up with you. I've got 100 million years. I'm going to be young forever. This is all because it's all you've ever known. It's like a young, beautiful woman. She doesn't expect to become ugly one day. She doesn't expect to become normal because it's all she's ever known. Like, I can't compute that. I don't know anything different. A rich kid doesn't understand You walk into work for 2 hours in the rain. He's like, why wouldn't you get the train? He doesn't compute it. A lot of you younger people don't understand mortality. You don't understand that this shit is finite. It will come to an end. You've got a limited window in between that to get shit done. This should be your message today. This should be your trigger to that one thing that you've been wanting to do. Go into the gym. The thing might be learning the language. It might be traveling to a certain country. It might be going up and talking to a certain woman. I don't know what it is, but today is probably the day that you should go and do it. Today is probably the day. When you're watching this, it's probably the day you should make some moves to push that forward and see how easy it actually was to go and do that thing. Don't let it fuck up your finances or your timeline, okay? If you're like, Chris is telling me I need to go and get 5 girls pregnant tomorrow because I need to be a father. Today, it's like, no, like, have some logic to it. Be smart. Chris is saying that I've always wanted a Lamborghini. I should just go and get a loan and go and get one. I'm not, like, don't be stupid. Don't live for today like an idiot. That's nuts. You know, some things you have to be patient for. You know, there's unwanted patience. Like, I'll create a new product and then they'll say to me, yeah, it'll be with you in 12 weeks. And I'm like, oh, fuck it. Like, just sit around wait for that then for 12 weeks. Nothing I can do. I would love it tomorrow, but you got to sit around sometimes. Stream platforms being built, okay, and then we got to film all the content before we can release it. I know, but this is my lifelong dream. Can we just release this now? And it's like, no, it's just time. It's necessary. Just is what it is, okay? Can't be fluent in a language in 2 days. Some things take time. You might not have the money for a personal trainer right now. You might not have any money. So you going up to that girl and trying to get her number, it's just like, it's good practice, but I mean, there's no sustainability there. It's probably not going to go anywhere. So it's semi-pointless. So there's some logic that needs to be applied, but a lot of the self-improvement stuff that you guys have always wanted to do, I've been meaning to read that book. Go and fucking read it. Go and buy it. Go and read it. Because once you're doing it or once you've done it, you'll sit there and you'll go, that was so easy. Why did I not do that before? Why did that take me so long? Why did I not ask that question before? If I had known it was that easy, I would have done it 10 years ago. I'm at that stage now where I'm like, fuck was I not learning languages at 14 years old? It was so easy. Fuck was I not in the gym at like 18 when I was more worried about going out and getting drunk and chasing women? It was so easy to get in shape had I just done tick, tick, tick and tick. Do you know what I mean, guys? So, you know, the time is now. Go and learn that new thing. Go and test that new idea. Go and challenge yourself. Go and learn that new skill. Go and beast yourself in the gym. Go and sign up. Go and get that membership. You know, whatever it might be, today is the day.